Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Gio Perez and welcome to another episode of LAMA Talk. Well, today I have Jose Ortega here with me. He's a Muay Thai coach. He trains at Muay Thai America and he's also teaching in XTC in Eagle Rock. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here, man. It's an honor to have you here. I've seen your work. I've seen your fighters, and
cool.
Man, you're doing great, man.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing great.
It's actually, it's a group effort. We have two crews over there at Muay Thai America, and that's Crew David and Crew Santi. Mm-hmm. They're actually the head trainers. But myself, I'm a coach. I've learned a lot from them, and awesome. It's a great team. Yeah.
Now, tell me, man, how did you get into all this? How did you get into Muay Thai and getting into coaching and training? How did you get into that?
It's funny, actually. I've been in martial arts since I was 9. I started with Kaju Kempo Karate, which is Hawaiian Kempo, basically. And one day I was passing by this gym in Omani, and it was a Muay Thai gym. They did kickboxing there too, and they had a smoker. So I was like, yeah, I'll try that, not knowing what it was. I thought it was just like a tournament. Yeah. No, it was totally different. So I did that smoker and learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did definitely
it's actually, it's kind of like it awakened you to show the application.
Yes.
That's the difference between, let's say, traditional karate and putting on the gloves and heavy duty fighting. Yeah. Even though there is some arts that actually heavy duty fight, like some of the old Japanese karate. I mean, these guys are kicking trees, punching trees full force. Yeah. And that application, I would say, it's all associated within that area. Yeah. Because you see that Muay Thai guys are also kicking banana trees,
toughening up their shins.
Yeah. And so how many students do you have now?
I have like 20 students at XTC Gym. And those are usually the kids that I teach karate with Muay Thai, the Muay Thai that I learned at Muay Thai America.
Right.
So I'm still active at Muay Thai America, teaching, learning, practicing Muay Thai, and then I teach my kids that Muay Thai as well as Kaju Kempo.
Right. Also, one thing I want to talk about is the influence and also the power of Muay Thai.
Oh,
now, the influence of Muay Thai goes. I mean, it's wide.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes everywhere. I mean, it's very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
You get Latinos, you get African Americans, you get Asians, you get
everything.
Anglos,
women,
everybody.
kids, everything.
Everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, how did that come into play, man? How did that happen? For example, let's say you being Latino and I being Latino.
Yeah.
Teaching martial arts. How did that come into play to you?
Well, growing up, some of my heroes were like Benny the Jet, Blinky Rodriguez, Hector the Aztec Warrior Perez. All those Latinos, and of course with Julio Cesar Chavez, who was a boxer. Me and my dad used to bond on that. Yeah. So to see that in the martial arts aspect was totally great. You know what I'm saying? That's
incorporating those heavy kicks.
Those kicks too,
Right.
And they were pioneers back in their days, and they had an influence on me and many others.
Yeah, and that's when I say that the awakening happened.
Yeah.
Because you saw all these American fighters going to, Thailand, to Japan, to Korea, going to even South America, being able to fight all these different fighters and be able to not only, I mean, it's kind of like you learn by receiving.
Yeah.
In martial arts, sometimes your teacher just slaps you all over the place and you learn by receiving. Mm-hmm. They learn firsthand with other fighters. So you saw these guys coming back and incorporating the checks.
Perfect example. The fight that changed, kickboxing was Rick Rufus, right? Against the Thai. I can't recall his name right now, but he totally changed the game. You know what I'm saying? He leg kicked Rufus until he couldn't take it anymore. And Rick Rufus, was actually trained by that opponent's trainer later on and became a champ himself.
Wow.
That's awesome. Same thing with another fighter, at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. The guy who is now, or who co-owned, Jackson MMA. He was a kickboxing legend back in the days. But before that, he fought a Thai and got beat. And then learned Muay Thai, and then hence the Muay Thai MMA.
That's actually I would say instills a champion.
Yeah.
That you don't, you really don't get beat.
Yeah.
You actually learn from that experience.
Well, like to say, you win some, you learn some, right?
Yeah. So this is a learning experience.
Definitely.
There. Benny the Jet was another guy.
Yeah.
That he came in, he actually fought a Thai, and he also took some from
and a funny story too, because when he fought the Muay Thai guy, he thought Muay Thai was the opponent's name, not knowing that it was Muay Thai. So when after a while, and then, he got frustrated and started using his background, which is also Kirokan, I believe, throwing them and doing those judo throws on the Thai guy, and it was total chaos.
Out of frustration.
Out of frustration. But because he didn't have an answer for those Thai kicks, especially the round kick. He didn't have an answer for it.
Right.
And later on, 5 months after that, he goes to Japan and takes on 2 Japanese kickboxers and beats them both.
Right.
Hence the legend of Benny the Jet. Amazing. It's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I'm noticing is how Muay Thai is affecting many styles of martial arts out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about MMA. You're talking about, even here in my school, I teach. I would say I'm a Hapkido teacher from the base,
right.
And I'm implementing so many things that I've learned from Muay Thai into my system here.
Yeah, definitely. You see that in different MMA camps, like, when they had the Ultimate Fighter reality show, they had the Wooden Man, they called him, Johnsonan, right? He's one of the best Thai trainers, and he was training their fighters because they needed to, have good Muay Thai skills in order to win,
Right.
So you definitely see the influence of Muay Thai and MMA. I think it's because since MMA is such a combative sport, and also Muay Thai is a combative sport, what better strikes but, Muay Thai, right? Muay Thai strikes.
Not only that, but you're talking about the physical aspect that you need,
Yeah.
that it creates, that, you get that cardio too.
Oh, yeah.
And you're also conditioning your whole body to be able to not only give, but to take.
Yeah. Yeah, because in Muay Thai, they receive a lot, but it's a tough man thing, you stay there, you check, and you keep going forward, and that's the thing in Muay Thai. Instead of bobbing and weaving a lot, like in boxing, you're receiving the hit, but with body parts that hurt the opponent as well. So they might not want to kick you as much if you check with your shin,
Yeah, definitely. And I feel kind of sad, with other martial arts that they have great skills, they have great technique, great kicks, great everything, but they never implement the part where they actually receive.
Right.
So it's kind of like an awakening when you got into the ring the first time, that you don't get that I would say that
shock,
right,
but
you need it,
yeah,
and some of like the Japanese styles, they do. I mean, they actually make contact. They're making contact on what they're doing. Yeah. But there's a lot of, I would say, Mac dojos out there that don't ever put the application in. Yeah. Don't ever feel it either.
It needs to be real in order for you to get the concept right away.
Right.
Especially when you're doing a combative sport.
Yeah.
If you feel that right away, it totally triggers something inside of you. Like, whoa, I better take this serious or better up my game.
As a self-defense.
Yeah, that too.
As a self-defense too. Because, if it's somebody that's taking martial art, not saying that martial arts out there is not good for your health or physical. If that's your side, if that's what you want to do and get in shape and get physical and never want to have any confrontation, great.
Yeah.
But if you're a warrior, if you feel yourself as being a warrior, you need to get into the fire, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You need to be in there.
Oh, it's like Bruce used to say, you can't learn to swim on sand. You have to get in the water, right?
Right. So
same thing. Yeah.
So, all right. You know what? One thing that Muay Thai is known for is the leg kicks.
Yeah,
deadly leg kicks. Can you give us a breakdown of that?
It's a systematic approach to breaking your opponent down, When you leg kick somebody, especially with the shin bone, you're creating massive trauma, the massive inflammation process occurs right after that. So if you recall when you were a kid and you get kneed on the thigh, how bad that hurts, that Charlie horse, can you imagine a full kick with all your weight behind it, especially hitting with the shin bone? Yeah. Definitely massive trauma.
Yeah, which is thick. It's,
I
mean, you're talking, if you're getting kicked by a professional, you're talking about a callous leg.
Yeah.
Somebody that has already conditioned.
It's like a baseball bat, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And I've seen guys break baseball bats with those kicks.
So can you imagine what it does to the femoral artery and all the vessels there? It's just total devastation. Yeah. And if it connects to the temple or the chin or anything, basically whatever it hits, it's going to destroy or break or hurt.
Right. Yeah. So one thing we're going to do, we're going to try it out.
Yeah, we are actually.
And we're going to actually kick, we're going to get a watermelon that represents somebody's thigh. And we're going to have one of your guys come in and be able to kick it. So why don't you come in, man?
Sure. Actually, we got Victor Saravia here. He's a professional with a 2-0 record right now. He's fighting on Lion Fight, July 31st. So check him out. Come on, Vic.
Yeah. So he is. So
cool.
All right. So hey, man, I'm gonna be happy watching you kick this. So All right, well, anyway, you know what we got here is we got a watermelon. It's going to represent the trauma that it will create if he does a leg kick to the thigh. So yeah, this is kind of thicker than yours, man.
Yeah, it is definitely.
So, and it's pretty tough, okay? So we're going to see what happens with the thigh kick, and we're going to have his coach hold it. So let's do it, man.
All right, Vic, you ready? All right. On 3, okay? 1.
Oh, my phone too.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm definitely. Well, man.
No. That was awesome. There you see it, man. Look at that. That's what happens. That's what happens with those leg kicks, man. So, hey. Well, you know what? It was great having you here, man. I'm really happy. This is a great interview. I learned a lot from you.
Thank you.
Everybody that steps in here, I learned something, and you outdid yourself.
Well, this is a great forum. It's awesome for everybody out there. It's a great place to be here. So
yeah, so I want to thank you, man, and I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see your fighter, and
definitely
good luck on that, and keep fighting on, man.
Thank you.
All right. Where can they find you online?
Oh, they can find me on XTC Gym. That's where I teach, and also Muay Thai America .net. Yes.
All right. You can also find us at YouTube and Water Productions as Lama Talk, or you can find us also on Facebook. So just type in Lama Talk, Gio Perez, and you'll find us. You could also contact me here at Leadership Academy of Martial Arts. I'm in Van Nuys. Phone number here is 818-447-6618. You could also email me, LAMartialArt@gmail.com. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.